Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are, day 3 of the Temu Treehouse music box build. Got a good bit of foundation in, and still trying to go there. Good. Like I say, I think it's going to be a really cool build when it's all situated. Let it sing at us for a minute. Maybe. Sometimes it wants to go and sometimes it don't. But, like I say, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You can see all my successes and all my failures and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and having a bit of fun. If you've seen any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all have provided me with nothing but the best of options. So, without any further ado, we're ready to jump into the next little bit here. Trying to get everybody sort of organized. And find my place on the build, which is over here somewhere. Okay, there you are. Okay, so we go with you. Our little basket dealio goes on either side. And like some of the other pieces on this, it's not a super snug fit on that, so I am going to break out the old B7000 and just do a little tacking in place to make sure it doesn't wander off on me at some point in the future. Just a dab on there, not trying to be structural or anything, just to make sure it stays where I want it to be. I think we're going to finish this one up today. There's not a tremendous amount left to do. Okay, and these little birdies go in the middle. Okay. If I paid attention to that, I would have done them first. They're a little bit more snug than the outer ones, so that's good. Yeah, they're not going nowhere. Oh, I guess I could get centered. A little bird's nest or basket or something here, sort of odd. And this guy, right down the middle, trying to see, looks like this way. Okay, so we got that little situation rolling. Let's set you aside. Oh no, I'm gonna get to use you pretty quick. This one. Here. Okay, so we'll get our window seal in place. Maybe, yeah, that one's not going anywhere. And this goes through the middle, and cap on there with that collar here and there. There, get ready. Now this guy, another window sill, and we got, I believe, that's a hedgehog. It's sitting on this windowsill, munching on carrot or some tomato or something there. Should have put him in place before I put the windowsill on. Matter of fact. There it goes. And onto the wall. Yeah, it does say to do that first. You aside. Now our potted plant dealio goes on this guy. This one. Back to this deal. Okay, that one's barely hanging on that one. Hopefully, just one more. Okay, still, yeah, so get another dab of glue here. a couple of drops on either side. Make sure it does stay where we want it to be. Didn't cap my glue last time. I'll go ahead and do that before I forget about it. And then that guy on here. Oh, you know what? I just noticed. It doesn't say, but I bet this other little collar is supposed to go down there. I don't think it actually mentions the... Yeah, it does. I found it now. Okay, so the collars do go on either end of that little rope or whatever it is. Okay, so now, as you might expect, nope, this guy goes on this side. This guy on this side. I got it facing the wrong way there. All loosey-goosey. I imagine that's another one of those things. Once we set it in place, it's going to lock in pretty good. That's what it's been doing. And it totally skips the part where you actually put it on. Let's see where it goes, but it doesn't. Maybe. Okay, it sort of puts it in a weird spot over here. Okay, alright, so let's bring that guy sort of. That way we can maybe keep things. I'm gonna wait for it to catch. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so we go in there. This one a little bit more tricky to get in, I think. Alright. Front. Maybe the side, I'm not sure it's in. You guys. That one I can get in easily. So let's work on this one first. Okay. Now slide you in from the side. Okay. Trying to not be cooperative here. Okay, not getting over here either. Okay. There it goes. A little bit of a fight for me there, but it's still what it does. It's semi-stable. Now once we put our roof on here, I'm sure that'll really lock everything in so it's not going to go anywhere. Which I think should be one of the next couple of things we do. On to our next little batch of goodies. And there's our roof tiles. Okay. Yep. Okay, so it says okay, I'm going to go ahead and it says to make the chimney then put the roof on, but I'm going to put the roof on first just to make sure my walls stay in place. Got our end up there. We go. Which way you gotta go? Okay. That's not, I think that's shouldn't matter as long as we get them. Yeah, that's gonna be. That's what it's for. Yep. I lucked out. I think I did it right the first time. They're not in place. Okay, there you go. I don't think it. Let's see. Test fit the other way. Okay, other way is going to leave a gap. So I think this way. Yeah, that's going to leave a gap too. So yeah, I had it right the first time. Okay, so we got It's got a little bit of an overhang up there, but I think it still looks all right. Now we're supposed to assemble our chimney. Get a better look at the instructions on this one, I think. Okay, so these are the. Okay, I don't think it's too traumatic here. These guys on either side. Okay, it does have a slot for our overhang on the roof, so that's good. And you. Alright. Double layer. Supposed to be 3 layers, and I've only got 2. Did I not get C4 out? Nope, I missed it. It is right there. I do gotta say, for the most part, these pieces have really broken off pretty easy and fairly clean. Very few real bad burrs on it. And that C4 is the first layer, so use that back off. You go in there. And you. Alright, so we've got our little chimney on. And we got our little, so we gotta go that away. It does that. It's snugged right around our little ridge there, so that's cool. Nice. I guess it seems like I guess maybe that would have been a beveled cut if they'd made that gap a little tighter. So that's probably not something their machine could do. Probably has to be at a 90-degree going through it, I would think. Okay, so got that. Like that, we got. I think that pretty much completes the actual structure. Because now I think we're down to just doing our railings and the trees, the tree branches now. So that's what the. Yes, that's cool. I think I could enjoy living in a treehouse like this. Okay, so let's grab next batch of goodies. Like I say, all railings. And to try and avoid confusing myself, I did label all of these, so because I knew these are going to be way too similar for me to keep straight without help. So I'll get to start with them upside down. And the reference point going this side's where they're starting. So C14 is the first one, so that's you. Go okay in here. B6 locks in. Okay, I think we'll have to do that as one unit and pop them in. Yeah, there we go. Get that going. And every time I'm picking this up, it's doing the separating down here. So if you do decide to do this one, watch out for that. I should probably put something, a little piece of tape or something to hold that together until I get it finished. Obviously not meant to be a mobile model. Let's see here. B8 is next. Ooh. Here we got another one going around the corner, which is B12. So sort of the same thing. So get them together. Use them. Okay, so this one goes in the wall as well. little bit of a kerfuffle there to get that in, but it's, instead of getting it into the wall over here and the, well, you're not, and the edge here sort of gives a little complaint, but it's still, wasn't too bad. I'm looking at going back, and these are pretty loose on the edges, so I'm probably just going to put try and get a little dab of glue on the inside to tack them in place yet again, but I think I can go back and do that after the fact. Now we're going around to this side. Is that the side I'm looking at now? No. Moved all the way back over here. Yeah, okay, so A4. Over here. Edge is B1. There. So that's again going into the wall. That one, this one, so can't just lean you out. Nope. Gotta go the other way. There. Now. Okay. I say they're doing a pretty good job of wedging them in place to make sure they stay where you want them to, but it's a little on the nerve-wracking side too. Okay. Now, B1. Okay, evidently drops in here. That'd be one, right? I think that's what that was. No, this is B1. C7. Okay, that might be a C7. Yeah, that's the C7. And that goes on this little, right next to our little ladder guy there. I assume going that way. It's got the tree behind it. Yeah. Okay, that's easy fit. Okay. Now we're back behind this side. Gets D14 and B5. Yep, that's what I got left. Here into the wall on this one. So. Actually, they feel pretty secure. I think. Oh, so I think I'm gonna hit a little glue on this one because it is a little wobbly, but maybe that one. The rest of them are locked in pretty good, I think. Nothing else feels like it's gonna go anywhere. So, a couple of drops of glue here. Let's see if I can just get it. There on the inside. Ease you in there. This one, same thing. Clean up, swab, do some clean up behind it here. That fly. Nope. Okay. That's looking pretty slick. I think, simple but still complicated enough that it's entertaining, I think. Alright. And that was all for that bit. So, yes, not only are we going to finish tonight, we're going to have a short one tonight. Unless something goes terribly wrong here. But I don't think I've got enough pieces for it to go terribly wrong. Yes, I could have. Let me turn on my wax. I never did trying to get that wax underneath the. Let's get that started melting. And I'll try and add that to our clockwork down on the bottom. To our last bit. Let's see here. So, this goes. How this? Okay, I'm looking at that. That's not. The picture is different. Picture is a mirror image. Yeah. This one, the branches are facing the wrong way. Kind of looking at them, unless they're just doing it to show the side. But maybe that's what they're trying to do, just show which one we're using. So you go in here, and this one here. So I got the. Yeah, I still wish they'd colored in both sides of these. That would have been, I think, a better look. Okay. That's neither here nor there. They didn't ask me. I got it's like these three. Get that. Where's our front door? Our front door is here. So I'm guessing we do it facing this way. From that angle, it doesn't look bad. This angle, not quite as impressive. Alright. Now, we got our guardrails going around our treetop here. Yeah, I think. Okay, based on. Well, like I say, they got the. I don't like that. I'm not an artist, but I can give me some. I can put a little ink on that to try and clean it up. Let's see here. All right. I've done this before. I thought chocolate was the tree branch color. Yeah, it looks fairly close. This ones are. And since I'm so far a short video, okay, so basically this whole thing is. Likewise. Right, I think that looks better than the solid. Maybe not. Looking up there, it doesn't look as good. Go back and just do it solid like that. I just wanted something that has a quick visual scan. I'm not gonna try and make it beautiful. Yeah, I'm using this stuff instead of the acrylic because reasons, because they were on top. work. Let's go. It seems about. Still too dark too. Let's try. I think that's the first one I had for. I can see I've got. That's okay. That's not a perfect match, but I think that's acceptable. Yeah. I think I'm not looking. Like I said, I'm not looking to make it perfect. Just sort of get some color on both sides of it here. Okay, now let's go back to I think that may not have been very useful, but I feel a little better about it. Okay, back in place. Oh. We're still going to have the good side facing the front door. I say it wouldn't. Anybody that actually took any real look at it would obviously see that, but like I say, I think it's better than just blank wood. Okay. Now, like I said, our little guardrail around our top. These don't lock anywhere else, so maybe I can get these. Okay, all line up at the same time. And I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to need more glue on those ends down there. So I'm just going to go preemptively put a drop on either side down here. Okay. Oop. I should drop down. That's what I got. There it goes again. Guardrails around there. Okay. Now, our squirrel tea party. Now, squirrel watering bucket. Where do you go? Okay. Evidently, our rabbit. Okay, so the squirrels go on either side there. Oops, wasn't paying attention to my timer. Oh, it drops in on the outside edge. Okay. So, squirrel watering. Should have done this first. Alright. No, not too bad. And then our little rabbit on the outside edge here. Because so many rabbits climb trees. Whoops. Okay, so alright, and that concludes the build. Looking over here, yeah, that's everything. There's a few more pictures showing all angles on it on our instructions, but you can sort of compare and contrast your results. I'm pretty pleased with that. Like I say, for a $17 kit, that's not too bad at all. It's sort of a fun little thing. Glad I picked it up, and I say let's give it a crank and see how. Let's see. I'm not even sure. I don't recognize the song. I'm not sure if they tell us what the song is. Don't believe they do. They just say there is a movement there. Melody, Reindeer Cottage. Okay. I guess that makes sense. They got deer all around the outside edge there. Okay. Oh, well, the wax hasn't melted yet, so I'm probably not going to get to that tonight, but I'll let it go ahead and do a preview some early enough, short enough. Let's do a preview of tomorrow. Hadn't been too long since I've done a real book nook, but I picked up one from Mini City. That name sounds familiar, but I don't remember it offhand. It's Down the Rabbit Hole, Alice in Wonderland thing. Looks sort of dark based on this picture, so I'm thinking I might go back to doing just the black outlines on the edges. I did that a few times with in the past, where just rather than trying to match the colors up, I did black on the outline to really isolate the characters. Let's see what we got on it. I can't remember. Like I said, I recognize the name, but I don't remember what I would have built from them by this. But we'll give that a go starting up tomorrow. And amazingly, I guess as the wood burnishes as it goes around and it works its way into those gear teeth, I guess that would make sense and sort of round itself. I say that and it stops naturally. But I think the more you use it, the better it'll run. I would think in my brain that's how that logic works out. But like I say, fairly short one tonight. But we are done. And like I say, for the price, I don't think there's any reason not to pick this one up. I think it's a cool looking little build. If I'd gone a little more detail with the edges and colored them in, it probably would look better, I think. But I just wanted to see how, it's been a while since I just let one stay natural like that, so I was sort of curious to how good or bad they looked in comparison. It looks like I should have another piece right there. It looks like I'm missing. Hang on. Let me go back and look. Well, I could just look on my pieces and see how many blank ones. Looks like there's a gap there for another piece of railing. Do I have any more railing though? I don't see any jumping out at me. No. Let's see if there's. As I just hold it there, I just happen to look and see there's an unused gap. So that's what the rest of the railing gaps look like. So I guess I do have my pictures I was just talking about. No, it doesn't have. There's that one. So yeah, that's supposed to be open like that. Okay. Mild panic attack. I might have missed something there. Okay, but I'm going to call that a night. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel where I do experiments a couple times a month. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is a playlist for this build. See you tomorrow.